Alright, so I'm on my way to GP Bikes to get this dynoed for the third time. I've got the Drow Sports CNC ported head, the Koso intake manifold and throttle body, and the dingerbuilt intake that I put on a couple of months ago. And finally I'm going to figure out how much more power that's making on the bike. I can feel that it's actually pretty significant. The bike's quite a bit stronger than it was before I installed those, and actually after those clutch springs I added on, everything also bites much harder, so the bike feels quite a bit stronger. But interested to see what it actually looks like on the dyno. So gonna head down there and we'll catch up on the video once we get to the shop.
This may be my next project bike. CB650. Some 750s. Pretty immaculate CB550. Alright, so I'm back in the garage. I planned to actually vlog on the way back from GP Bikes, but a thunderstorm popped up and had to put my GoPro away because it was raining pretty hard. And it ended up being a pretty miserable ride home because I was soaking wet by the time I got back. But happy with that dyno run that you just saw. Max power was 15.74 horsepower and max torque was 11.35 foot-pounds of torque. So I picked up about 3 horsepower and 1 foot-pound of torque, about 22% horsepower and 8% torque gain. So up here you can see the 3 different runs that I've done. The blue line represents the first run that I did where I was making 11.4 horsepower. I believe at that point I had the Cameron Jones Racing tuned ECU, intake, exhaust, and cam. Then that second run, the red line, was when I added the 181 big bore kit. And you can see that I picked up, I don't know, only about a horsepower or so from that. And then this most recent one is from the addition of the Drow Sports CNC head, the Koso intake manifold and throttle body, and the dingerbuilt intake, picking up that additional 3 horsepower to get me now close to 16 horsepower. So pretty happy with the power that the bike's making. Again, 16 horsepower doesn't sound like a lot, but on a bike this small you really feel it. And with those clutch springs that I did in that last video, the bike feels a lot snappier coming off the line and going in between the gears. So the power plus the stronger clutch just makes this bike really fun to ride. So anyway, appreciate everybody watching the build so far. Still trying to figure out what the next mod is going to be for this bike. There's some crazy things that I've got in mind, but we'll see what comes next. And if you're new to my channel, please take a moment to check out some of the other videos. I've got about 40 or so videos on this 2019 Honda Monkey. I've got some videos on my 2019 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R 636. I've done 4 Honda CT70 builds that go from completely stock to one of my newer ones has a 190cc engine in it, and that's actually faster than this one, I think. I'm going to go ahead and get that bike on the dyno here pretty soon. And actually, like you saw in the video, they've actually got quite a few bikes that I'm interested there at GP Bikes. I'm thinking about doing a cafe racer type build off of a Honda CB frame, and they've got the 550s, some 650s, and 750s there that I may pick up to start a build of my own. So we'll see where that goes. But anyway, again, I appreciate everybody watching this video. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. Most of the viewers to this channel actually aren't subscribed. It seems most people are just passing by. So if you take a minute to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. So thanks again for watching. Stay tuned for more videos.